Guess who's just scored a set of 5.1 white van speakers with the built-in, oh, that didn't sound very good, the built-in amplifier. Let's just take these off. Let's have a look. We've got the built-in amplifier on the back. We've got all our inputs and all our channel outputs all on the one unit. And man, these things are built terribly, unlike Pro Audio speakers. I nearly broke a leg off this thing putting it on the ground. But we're gonna have some videos playing with this, seeing what it can do, blowing out all the speakers, and getting rid of it because I don't want to have to have it. But anyway, what we have here is a Voxen Q Sound 5.1. It actually doesn't seem to be too bad. You have to plug it in. It probably doesn't even work, so if it doesn't, I'll just blow the thing up. But I plugged it in and it powered on, so hopefully it does. But yeah, let's see if this thing actually works. Alright, so let's power this beast on. Let's plug it in to my amp rack over here. And oh wow, only 2-pole. Plug it in, click the switch on the back, and then let's come over to the front here. And let's, oh, knees clicking. Ooh, it works. I just saw a flash. I wonder what that means. We're at max volume. Oh, something just popped. You click it and it changes your inputs. Alright, sweet. So I'm gonna plug some speakers into it. Might go grab a cord quickly. And hopefully I have enough cables to connect this thing. Because if I don't, I'm gonna have to go outside. Where do I keep it? There. Right there. And let's see if we can get some sounds out of this thing. One thing that's gonna really suck here is I've just thrown out a whole bunch of wire. And I've only got 12 gauge, and something tells me I'm gonna have a tough time fitting it in these little speakers. But nevertheless, let's see how I can go. These are just old offcuts. I wasn't gonna cut new wire for it. These are, I think, from back when I had F-right. Yep. These are back when I had the big white speakers at the front of my rooms there and there. Or room. And also, two things. That's the flash that we can see. This side of the room's extremely lit. And then my poor bedside light there. I've just ordered literally 5 minutes ago another one of these flashes. So hopefully we can have really good lighting for the room now. Also, I'm going to buy a Canon 80D. I know I talked about getting a Sony a6300, but I already have a Canon camera and I already have a like really good 80 to 200mm optical image stabilized lens, which I think is just going to work perfectly with the 80D. And also, if you guys want to add me on a Snapchat, it's exactly the same as my YouTube username. I check it rarely, but I do check it, and I do reply to your messages. So if you do want to contact me, add me on Snapchat and we'll talk there. Alright, I was not wrong about the wires not fitting properly. Have a look at those. Those aren't even close to fitting, and if the wires touch, it shorts it out, and it just makes a really loud humming noise, which I think sounds really sketchy. But on the bright side, it works. But as a negative, you can see here on the front, stereo and Q sound in auxiliary. Q sound doesn't turn on, so I think that's like the sort of multi-stereo thing. So I'm only going to be able to play stereo on auxiliary, otherwise I'd have to connect all the inputs up to get surround sound happening, which really does suck, but it sounds.
Plus I needed something to get my buzz up. Ain't no telling what Hobson is gon' do.
It speaks for itself. It doesn't sound very good, but I'm going to plug in left and right. I'm going to set this up, see if I can actually get a decent sound out of it and just muck around with it a bit. And hopefully we can get some interesting things happening. Let's just have a quick look. What is under the grills of these things? Do they have a big... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Look at that. That thing is huge. Oh, my God. Look at the size of that compared to my thumb. That's actually pretty loud. For such a small
when I bring
speaker.
up my royalties, you start avoiding me. That's some disloyalty. You woke up to evil boy me. Your ass is poisoning. Tell me why you would destroy me.
Oh, that's funny. What if I unplug the speaker? Let's pause this. Actually, I'll cut quickly. Alright, it's just playing out of the sub now. Listen to how high this crossover is set. I think that's all the way. Yeah, that's all the way. Let's see what the sub looks like. Oh my God. It's a little 4-inch or a 5-inch or something. That thing actually looks like it's moving pretty smoothly.
up, I got some more shit to say. Yeah. It's supposed to be fun volume, isn't it? Thought it was music above.
Oh my god, I can hear the box vibrating. That's funny. If you want to know what the song is, there's the song for you. But it feels really, really stiff. Like that actually might be a decent woofer. Yeah, maybe not. Oh yeah. Anyway, I might try and get some skinny wire and see what I can do. I think I have a bit out in the garage that I'm just about to throw away, so I might be able to salvage some quickly. So I've just plugged 3 speakers in. I've gone out and got some 12 gauge, no not 12 gauge, some like 16 gauge wire. And just plugged in surround right, as you can see 3 wires there. And you can hear it's not playing, so unfortunately it actually is just stuck in stereo mode. I can't get Q sound to go on. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to ride up to where I got these speakers from, and I'm going to see if I can see a, what's the brand? Voxen remote. If I can see one, it's probably just going to be silver. I'll pick it up, pocket it, and ride back. If I can't, obviously, then they're stuck in stereo mode. I've been playing around with the back to see if I just plugged, sorry, blocking out the light then. If I was to just plug it into surround, but no, it does not work that way, unfortunately. Now, one other thing is I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to blow this, because out in my garage at the moment, I have a probably mid to early 80s Sony receiver powering 2 little shit speakers. Oh, actually not shit at all, sorry. 2 those LG speakers. There was a free air video on the woofer, but they're out in the garage at the moment, and that amp is absolutely gonna, like, absolutely dying at the moment. So what I was considering is maybe using this out there just for sound, because I don't have any spare amps, and well, this has an amp in the back, even though it's already getting hot just at this sort of volumes. But I might actually use this sub out there. But anyway, I'm gonna quickly go up the street, see if I can find the remote. If I can't, well, that sucks. But if I can, we're gonna have a little bit more fun with these speakers. Obviously, I went out and grabbed some wires, so I can actually fit them in the holes. That's what she said. But there we have it. Anyway, there's the model number, by the way, as well. The HT51. 7 to 15 watts, 250 hertz to 17 kilohertz, 4 ohm impedance. Pretty funny little speakers. Huge. I can't get it off, but anyway. I'm gonna go up the street, see if I can find the remote. Alright, there was no remote, but seeing as these speakers sound terrible with rap and hi-fi, let's see how they go with the sort of disco shit their designer play.
The walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Pretty clouds roll over the hills, bringing darkness from above.
Not to mention, I can just talk over that.
But if you close your eyes,
You can easily talk over them. It just sounds terrible. Oh, I can see why the people were throwing this out. But anyway, I'm going to keep it. Probably just for the sub and whatever, just as a spare. The only thing I noticed, the surround has a hole in it. Can you see that? Yep, they sound absolutely terrible, and so does this song. Back to Spotify. Off the SoundCloud disco stuff and back to, oh my god, iPads. Why I'm not an Apple person. But anyway, seeing as they sound absolutely terrible with everything, I'm going to pull them apart and we're going to see what the components look like, and it's probably going to be pretty self-explanatory as to why it sounds so bad. And then once we've done that, I'm probably going to make a separate video blowing the satellites out, and a separate video again just playing Bass I Love You through this system, because it's just going to absolutely ruin them. But anyway, I'm going to quickly cut and start pulling these apart, but I've got to go for a little bit. So anyway, let's do that. Oh yeah. Look at the size of the magnet on this thing. These things are actually better made than I thought they would be. Full wood enclosures. The foam on the inside. There's probably going to be some sort of thing to prevent them. Yep, what'd I say? The resistor in there to prevent them from overloading and blowing out. But wow, these are actually surprisingly not as shocking as I thought they'd be. So the one thing that's got me curious now is what would happen if I hooked up perhaps some better and bigger speakers up to the amplifier of this little sub here, to see if that actually sounds any good, to see if the amplifier can push any sort of real power through them. Because if they can, this sub might potentially be able to make its way out to my garage. If not, this sub might potentially make its way into one of those Sony Vega amps and then into the rubbish. One thing that's got me very curious looking inside these speakers is they're plastic at the top and wood at the side. So how easy is it going to be to pop the plastic? Wow. Look at that. You can just pop the plastic straight off. It's just stuck in there with these little... Oh, wow. That's bloody funny. That's some white van quality for you right there. Alright, so here we go with pulling out the woofer. I've got no idea how I'm going to get this out. Oh wow, it's still playing. Oh, there we go. Bang. That is actually not even that... Let's get rid of these screws. That's not even that small of a woofer, to be honest. It's actually got some reasonable size to the magnet. Now, as far as blowing these out, because they have those resistors I was telling you about, I'm actually going to try just plug one of these directly into the sub output, unplug those, and see if we can blow it that way. If not, I'm just going to pull the speakers out and blow them on the Sony Vega amp. Which of course, the blowing the speakers out video will be an upcoming video, so keep your ears out for that, because that will be up in the channel a week after this video. After listening to the Voxen HT51 for the last hour or so, oh my god, does it make a difference when you turn the beamers back on just by themselves. The sound quality is that much better, it's unreal. But anyway, I've undone all of the screws here. I'm gonna try and get this amplifier out. Oh, here we go. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh, whoops. Oh my god. Whoa. That is enough glue, I reckon. Just something suggesting that to me. So let's see, what do we have here? We have the power there, which I'm assuming there's a transformer over in there. Yep. I can't see it. And the ribbon cable down there would be going down to the controls on the front, and then the red and black would be going to the sub, which is just there. And obviously those red ones there are for power in, and then those red and yellow and black power out of the transformer on the bottom. I was just curious to know how big the caps were and things like that. To be honest, actually decent components on it. Well, not decent components, but like much better than I was expecting. Actually, not good by any means, but better than I was expecting. Actually, probably better than my Skytech amp that I had ages ago that was rated at 2000 watts. And this thing's probably rated at like 15 watts or something. Also, the resistor in those little speakers was far too much. The sub out on this could not blow it. But anyway, I just wanted to have a look at the amp. That pretty much, am I going to let go? Is it going to balance? Yes. That pretty much wraps it up for just looking inside these cabinets here, seeing what was in them. As I said before, the blowing speaker video will be up next weekend. I upload every Saturday at 9 PM Australian time. And then the Bass I Love You video will be up the Saturday after that. So if you want to go check those videos out, I highly suggest it. We can see we passed the quality control. There's the most faint little fake looking stamp on it. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and stick around for some more of these bloody white van bucket of shit speakers that you can easily just rip the top off. Look at that. I don't even think, unless this is the one I tried to blow. Nope, not even the one I tried to blow out before. It's absolutely ridiculous how easy you can just disassemble those speakers like that and then just pop the thing back in and like bang them back on. And I think I just snapped them, but it does not bother me one bit. There we go. Anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next video.